Alright people, what's up? Day 2, video 2. How are we doing? Today I want to discuss the topic, the reality about quitting, right? Why do some people quit? And why at the start you get this burst of energy towards something, right? For example, you are starting to go to the gym. The first few months it's all easy. You're in a rhythm, you're in a routine, but after a while it kind of wears off. Why is that? And where do we get that energy at the start? But somehow as we progress through that path, through the mission, somehow we feel like quitting, right? If we look at all of our idols, all the people we look up to, I believe they all go through the same process. Like, it's not easy for anyone. It's not about the person who quits or who gives up. It's about the person who takes one to the chin and still gets up and still try his hardest and never gives up. Because this whole thing, anything you apply to, it's about the longevity of it, right? Going to the gym for a few months, yeah, it's okay, but it's not really gonna benefit you long term. I mean, it depends what your goals are. But if we stop quitting when things get harder, I think we can achieve things that we want to achieve. The only reason that we don't achieve things is because, first, we don't have a clear plan. We don't know where the fuck we are going. And another thing is we just give up after a few months of trying. I think that's what separates the people who get to the top as in like the destination. It could be anything. It could be like a perfect physique. Could be a great business. Could be anything else. Like, if you have a destination, it's the people who give up and the people who just stay in their lane, and through thick and thin, they just fucking stay the course. They stick to that thing. That's what separates the losers and the winners. Like, we all have days when we don't want to get up, we don't want to do things. We'd much rather just be comfortable and be doing things that are easy, that are not pushing us. But if you look at the long term, you're not really moving anything, right? You're spinning your wheels in the mud. You're not going anywhere. So I think the feeling fades away. Like, once, like, that's why you see at the start of the year, everyone's going to the gym. Everyone's got their, like, the list of things they want to achieve that year. But as the year goes by, the gyms get empty. No one talks about the things they were supposed to do. And then, like, now we're already in July of 2026, and half the year is already gone. Like, if we ask ourselves, even including me, if I ask myself, do I really feel satisfied with where I am in the last 6 months? Like, I had bigger goals. I had things that I wanted to do, and to be completely honest, I haven't even done like 10% of the work that I was supposed to do. Yeah, I'm trying, but like I said, it just becomes harder over time, and then the excitement just fades away. But I think the choice is always ours. If we really want to achieve things that we have a mission to complete, right? It's going to be hard. That's the whole point, because that's what separates the losers and the winners. Like I said, everyone gives up. Everyone is quitting. So if you don't quit, it automatically puts you into the top, like, 20%, 10%. And if you keep going long term, then eventually you'll be the 1% in their realm. Could be fitness, could be business, could be any other venture, could be any other destination, could be any other goal. Like, particularly with me, what I've noticed is that I'll start something from the excitement of it, or I'll be like, yeah man, I need to do this, so let's get it done. I'll do it for a few days or for a few months. Then I'll kind of just give it up and I'll move on to something else. But I've realized that pattern in the last few years, and I've noticed that I'm kind of like not making big moves. Like I'll make a couple of moves, and then I'm kind of like circling back into the same. Like I'm not doing much in terms of actually pushing the goalpost. So yeah, I think if you have a mission, if you're trying to accomplish something, you have to stick to it long term. I know it's pretty basic, but I just have to say it. Because to build something long term, it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of energy. And people sometimes undermine that, I think, especially online. You go online, you watch a video, and someone's like, yeah, man, just give it 10 days, here's 30 days, and you'll be able to achieve everything. I think that's incorrect. That's very incorrect because it takes years and it takes decades sometimes to be actually able to achieve the long term, the big picture goals. It's also the comfort. Sometimes, like I said, it's just so easy to sit around and not do much. But in the long term, in the long run, it's hurting us. Because by sitting still, by not putting ourselves in the uncomfortable positions, we kind of just stay who we are, and then time keeps on going, and you look back and you're basically the same, like nothing really changes, and then we blame it on like other situations. But like, yeah, man, I was busy, I was doing this, that, and third. But the reality is, bro, like we just didn't do the work that we were supposed to do. That's the reality, and I'm speaking for myself as well. And it's boring as well, bro. Like doing same things every day on repeat, non-stop. The grind is unfucking real, but that's just what it takes. That's what it takes. And also you have to be willing to look stupid as well at the start, because when you start something you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like you're figuring it out on the go. Like me making these videos, like yeah, I want to achieve, like I want to have an archive of thoughts and my worldviews online. But to start this thing at first, it's gonna look dumb. I question myself, be like, what the fuck am I doing, man? Like, why am I doing this? But that's just what it's supposed to be. Like, that's just the requirement. That's a test that you have to pass. You have to be willing to look stupid at the first few months or first few years until you kind of like get a hang of the thing that you're trying to do, and then experience and skills will build over time, and then you kind of like graduate to a higher status of that realm. But yeah, at first you've got to be able to be willing to look dumb and stupid, because anything you try the first time, you're not gonna get it right. You can watch 100 tutorials, you could watch a million fucking YouTube instructions on how to do things, but until you get to the field and you start doing shit, like you're not gonna be learning anything at all until you go start to the thing and start doing it. That's the only way to learn. And at first it's gonna be hard. Like sometimes you'll be like, bro, like I don't know where the fuck to start, I don't know what the fuck to do. But fuck it, still do it. Just do something. It's better than like wasting time and not doing anything at all. So be willing to look stupid at the start, and don't give up at all at any cost. You've just gotta stay at it. And also, like the first few months or years, depending on the goal that you have, you're not gonna see any results. There'll be probably zero results, but you've still gotta keep going, because it takes time, man. It takes so much fucking time. I get that. That's why I encourage people, or I advise people that are way younger. Like if you're in your if you in your 20s, bruv, just go as hard as you fucking can, because you have all the time in the world. And everyone's quitting. Everyone is quitting. That includes me as well, bro. Like all of us, we have brains that are like fucking cooked, bruv. Like after a month, 2 months of hard work, we give up everything. If we look back to the earlier days, like look at our fucking fathers, our grandfathers, our mothers, they tried their hardest. It took them like fucking years. And that was the process. Like you had to go to a college, get a degree, get a job, and you climb your way up that job. Sometimes it took 40 years to be able to be, like climb up the ladder. But that's just how it was. These days, we start a job, and after 2 months, be like, bro, I just want some pay rise. Like, I want to move up here. Like, why am I not growing? But 2 months is nothing, bruv. Like, 2 months is not long enough. It takes a long time to achieve the things that you want to achieve. I think patience is another thing that we should be practicing, because I think even like I'm very impatient, man. Like if I want something, I want it now. Like I want it today. But that's not how the real world works. It's a long grind, and at first there be no results. But you've still got to keep doing the things that you're supposed to do day after day until you start seeing some results. And it's hard, man. Like it's really hard. People downplay it, but it's really fucking hard. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. That people just keep quitting, man. You've just got to stay in the field for longer. You've got to try more, and you've got to practice some patience. At the end of the day, like nothing happens overnight. This is just my 2 cents. And yeah, I'll see you next time.